Game is rigged, and not in your favor. You've been sold the idea that health insurance has your back, but you're not a person to them. You're a number, a stat. It was never about your health. It's about their profit margins. But there's another way. It's community care, a healthcare system powered by the same values that make CrossFit more than just a workout. A community that helps each other, covers each other, and rises together through sickness and life's most unexpected challenges. It's time to rethink healthcare, to stop relying on the system that's failed us. They sell sick care. We power health. Community care.
Man, welcome. The Spin. Wednesday nights, first one after the games. How about that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
New sponsor, CrossFit Medical Society, providing a great alternative to health insurance. If you
well worded.
I would say, first of all, if you are a CrossFit affiliate owner or you have your L1 and you pay high premiums, you don't like how, your deductibles are ridiculously high. You just need a better solution. Go to CrossFit Medical Society, check out their solution. A family of 4 pays at most a month $655.
Mm-hmm.
Like very, very solid. Go back and watch. I mean, Jen Pishko was on our show last week. She was on Sevan's 2 weeks ago. I think Tyler, you were joined by
Tom
at the games.
Yes.
So there's a lot of stuff out there. I think we're going to do it.
I think we're going to do it.
Yeah, I haven't talked to my wife yet about it, but I'm going to. It made a lot of sense to me when he was talking about it. I felt bad about the podcast a little bit at the games because I think people thought it was going to be a game show, even though like the thumbnail, you could not be more obvious that this was
we
not
thought
like
it was, but we didn't know that we were going to have to move as fast as we did. We got cut short is the thing.
Sure. Yeah.
So go check that out. I promise you, it's a great solution. This week, tonight, viewer comments. We got a lot of comments from Tyler and my show on Sunday night. So appreciate that.
And I was not a part of this, correct?
That's correct. You were out doing your own thing.
I'm excited.
I had been home like an hour, John, and I was like, let's go.
That's right. We're going to rate the games. So as you saw on Instagram stories, we're going to go through a whole bunch of topics of the games. We'll give ourselves a rating or give that topic a rating 1 to 10, and then have a little discussion. Tyler made people angry. So we'll talk about the P score and see whether Jason Hopper should have been crowned the fittest on earth. Blind rankings with input from you guys. I got hundreds of comments about the most memorable. Like I could literally scroll for a good 30 seconds just flipping. And then what's after this? So we will get right into it. Viewer comments. All right. First one at Juan Estevez 1300. Is HWPO the new comp train?
Oh, goodness gracious. Coming out swinging. Hey, back then I was Matt Fraser, but now I'm Matt O'Keefe.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't hate the take. Dude, who does HWPO have left?
After
now
Brooke?
that Brooke is retired, they currently have 0 games athletes. I believe Sam Quant is still with HWPO, but
I think Cale Lehman's still with HWPO.
I
think
they don't claim him.
I think Grieshaber's still with HWPO.
Okay.
They're out there. But I mean, I don't even think what's funny is like it's not the people that like say, hey, well, I'm HWPO. Like Sam just works out in his freaking garage all day.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna blow up Brute right now. I don't think we'll get into this later, so I want to take the opportunity now. No one's really talked about this yet, but the example that Jason creates for what happens if you do good programming is incredible. You go from HWPO, you literally kind of want to quit the sport. You're overtrained. You don't score well. And then you go to winning the games in 3 years. Are you kidding me? It's 3 years, right?
Shelby Neal. He was there in 23, so 2 years. 23 was his bad year.
Yeah, I mean, root strength and proven, I think, are
Top dogs right now.
I don't think you can go wrong with that. I think Proven did a lot of good things, man. Like their athletes just seemed very prepared. I was just very like you have to think Olivia's move. I know she went in there a long time, but just being in that environment with Tia.
I mean, she's been a proven athlete for
2 years.
A year now. 2 years now.
But I still like it's not like a lifelong proven deal, is what I'm saying. Even her, like Ricky, like just athletes who have made moves to Proven, right? Jay, Maddie. I think Proven's doing a lot of good things. Like, don't get me wrong, brute strength probably still holds the title as having like the best, like top 5 big dogs, right? Like, at least on the men's side for sure. You think of the top 5, 3 out of 5 of them are brute?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jason, Sprague, Dallin,
right? But I think Proven it's doing a lot of good things too.
Yep.
How about this comment from Pool Boy? What's so fascinating is people who are on Pool Boy's level, competition wise, like fringe semifinal level. I know no one who does brute, but so many do HWPO, Proven, and even underdogs.
Do they have a blog programming?
And I think this is why they are successful is they do not push that very much. Like Proven, HWPO, like I feel like that's mayhem for sure. They push that out more than anything. Like that's their main marketing ploy is to get affiliates on these programs. Brute pushes their individualized coaching. Like, hey, like we want to make you better, right? But like it's for the competitor. It's not necessarily pushing for like affiliates to do their programming. It's just different marketing ploys, but like you see the success they have with top athletes, and I think they just that's what they want to focus on. I can't speak for them, but that's what it appears like.
Yeah. Daniel Arnson moving up to the front of the line on the comments for $4.99. Thank you. Paying for my nonsensical comment. Games coming to North Carolina 2026.
I believe it'll be in Carson, but
you think Carson, huh?
That's the rumor.
I would say it's enough that it's not a rumor. Like something would have to go wrong.
What's above a rumor but not confirmed?
October 7th.
John Young said it was going to happen.
Do you think Carson is viable for that?
I think for the 20th year, yeah.
How so?
I think if they it's the ownership. Ownership is about to go to whoever. We don't know. A lot of people involved. We'll see, right? But it's going to take time for all that paperwork to go through, for the changes to happen, like for your new team, who's going to be those new people to get involved in the space. And like, this is what we're doing. I think they give Dave one more year. I think they're like, hey, 2026 is your, even though it's sold. And then it gives them like a whole year to like get their bearings and be like, okay, this is where we're going to go move forward. This is the next chapter. But like they give themselves a whole year to get that situated. And that way they're ahead of it instead of behind it and just trying to, book things super fast the way kind of Albany happened. Not, because Albany was so rushed, right? I think they go to Carson. I think it'll be Dave's last year. And he almost has like this ceremonious, like
they play a video for him.
Yeah, dude. And it like is very like touchy feely and like it, maybe not touchy, but very, very but
very
feely, right?
Very feely.
And like it'll be just a super nice send off to Dave. You know what I mean? And like what he's given to the community, where you like, whether you like him or hate him, like, and Carson is next to him. I just think that's what's going to happen.
I'm waiting for the Move Max games, so
I wouldn't count your chickens.
16 days long.
Okay.
14 events a day.
Every
I'm just gonna say,
workout is an hour plus.
Yeah. What you don't know.
Exactly. Sage
Sean
word.
says every day.
I'm telling. Hey. You can make fun if you want. I'm telling you right now, it's hairier than you think.
Can't wait. Can't wait for some
And
hairy.
Spin,
more
you
than
should
think.
know this. Like, you should be on top. You should know this.
I don't know anything you're talking about. Joe Bravo, $1.99. Does the P and P score stand for proven?
Yeah, they paid for the sponsorship.
That
on
article
that,
is sponsored by Proven, I think. Maybe not. Next up, Golf Sicko 22. So this guy has
sicko mode.
great comments.
Happy
Spin's
Gilmore
takes are
too.
so bad. Next one.
That's it. That was it.
That's it. That's it. I don't know what takes were bad. I guess all of them on
That's
Sunday
amazing.
night. But Golf Sicko 22. Lee Frazier, $9.99. Lee, always supporting us. Thank you. The Spin, my favorite podcast team. So thank you, Lee. Sharon Ann 22. I don't know if Sharon Ann 22 is related to Golf Sicko 22, but Sharon Ann gave us $5. So thank you.
Thanks,
guys.
Sharon.
Yeah, thank you guys. That's all it was. Speaking of $5 or close to it, no flag hopper. Brute didn't prepare me to bring a flag. Did he not have a U.S. flag with him?
Come on,
I
Hopper.
think he had a flag.
Are you even American?
I don't know.
I think he had a flag, but maybe he didn't.
Maybe not.
South Carolina is like reluctantly American.
Hmm.
They're their own country.
Okay. Charmed by Chelsea 2113. Can we talk about how Jason left HWPO and now he won?
We can.
I just attended
Kind
on
of
that.
did.
Yeah,
Kinda
yeah.
did. I did. At Darrold for MIs. I don't know. The games this year in my book was a 10 out of 10 because of the excitement of the men's field. Exciting. Good. We'll find out if we agree with
Yeah, I think we're gonna have some varying opinions on that.
Da World for our MMIs. Mehikor Owen, 8 out of 10. I missed the swim component. I think if Tia retires, it won't be the same. So definitely Mehikor agrees with John. This is a great ambassador for CrossFit. I would like her to win 10 times and then retire.
I think everybody feels that way now.
Especially John.
Yeah, no. I've changed my tune.
Oh, so you're back in.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually I talked with Tia for the first time. Nothing crazy, but I met Tia for the first time. I love that Lucy, and this will go into our rating the games, that Lucy took it to Tia in a couple events where like there is nothing Tia could do. That woman over there named Lucy Campbell is better. And she broke Tia. In event 4, broke her.
Enough to make
so
a
badly
post.
that Haley even came back. She made 2 posts. Like it wasn't like, and that brought so much excitement to the women's field, at least for me. And like she still dominated, right? She won by 182 points. But Lucy Campbell made the women's field exciting for me, even though Tia is going to win. There would be events where I don't know, like even events Tia is good at. Yeah, Lucy's greatest thing is aerobic capacity, and that's all. That's Tia's best thing. Thing is, Tia's strong. Lucy's not, but
Tia's got a lot of things.
And Tia's crazy skilled, and Lucy's not as skilled, but. It's not about Lucy beating Tia. It's just the fact that she can be like, no, Tia, I'm winning this workout. You aren't winning. Like that to me is amazing. And that's awesome. And that made the games fun for me on the women's field. And then you can focus on the other stories too. Like, Olivia getting third is awesome, right? There was a little bit of a race for third place. The women's field obviously is not the men's field with excitement. But there were things that were exciting on the women's field, largely because of Lucy Campbell.
Yeah.
That's fair. Let me see. I need to go up here.
And that makes me like Tia more. Like, all that to say is I don't mind Tia's dominance if there is somebody that can beat her in something.
Contend. Yeah, you like to see the champ fall every now and again.
You do. Like
Is this true, Tyler?
This is true.
And
I think it's just the basement. Better from the basement. All right.
And then that makes the events where Tia just like decides to, for lack of a better word, dick slap everybody. Like event 8, right? Event 8 where she just wins by a minute. Like, that makes those events more fun to be like, gosh, man, she's so good. Like, she's so dominant. Like,
Yeah,
I enjoy those events more after event 4.
I have a photo from the photographer that was there that was shooting for me, and it's just Tia sitting on a Yeti cooler, I think it is, and just sitting there at the finish line. And I think it was on event 8, just sitting there, just like watching everybody else come in whenever they come in. Like, I'm here, I'm just sitting. Like, I don't look like I'm dying. I'm totally cool. Clive McLaughlin, 499 pounds. 4 champs in 5 years since Frazier. Does a new champ year on year make it seem? Does a new champ year on year make it seem more like luck of the draw? Does Dallin Pepper get a turn? Hatfield after?
I think there's literally 9 guys who can win the games. And go ahead, Tyler.
All of the same guys are at the top of the leaderboard. It's not luck of the draw. These guys are all the best, and I think they're very closely matched. And so it's just like who planned it right, who executed correctly. It's anybody's game. And it's like, kind of think about it, how we've had one dominant champ. We have 3 or 4 huge forces now that we get to watch battle it out every single year.
More.
I would say 6.
Yeah. And so
then there are 3 guys that like intertwine with those 6. Maybe I can't win, but like would intertwine with those with the 6. Does that make sense?
They could fit on the podium and squeeze them.
Like Medeiros, right? Or Roman and Jay, right? But then you have your guys on the podium, James, and then Jason. I would put Austin in the intertwining group, or could win. Dallin. And then Jeff Adler, you can put him wherever you want to put him. I actually made like a JY report card, like where my picks, like how my picks ranked for what actually happened. And I'll post that later on. But it's one of my biggest misses is not being able to see Jeff Adler's collapse. And that's like, we might not get talked about much, but man, it just felt like he's done. Just like
he wasn't there. Like, you didn't even realize he was there. Like, events that you thought he would be in the hunt, it was like, where's Jeff? Oh, he's on the side of the, he's in lane 8 or 9.
And it looked like he didn't want to hurt. You know what I mean?
He
failed
legit
for
looked
75 squat. Well, I mean, he used to be strong. He'd have that on all of them. He's stronger than all of them. The reason why Jeff can win is because he's faster than all of them when you run, and he's stronger than all of them when you lift. And then he's pretty skilled.
Yeah. For Jeff not to be right there on running Isabel.
Not even that, dude. His fail at 475 on the back squat. When he failed 475 on back squat, and I know he's been hurt, and I know he can't lift, that it's still a part of it. That's still like it's a big part of it. You can't win the games if you can't squat 475. And I know he came back later to hit it, but still, you fail. Like, Jeff should be squatting 515. And like that's what he has on those guys. Right. And if he's not strong anymore, he can't win the games. Like, he's not in the running because he's not. That you have to be. That's what he had over everybody else, was that he was stronger and he was faster.
Mrs. Spin, I say Tia's going to get pregnant.
Tia could win the games 7 months pregnant. And I don't know if it would be healthy. I don't know if it would be good for that baby. But I would love to run this experiment like on a computer. If you could,
computer, like when Rocky,
like a Rocky simulation, right, dude. If you could ensure that baby was gonna be fine, and like, yeah, girl, you can burpee, like if you could just make sure the baby's gonna be all right no matter what the circumstances is, I think 7 months pregnant Tia can win the games. 7 might
good.
be too much. When you start showing
Yeah,
6, like she would have like the baby bump that you see,
4 or 5
like
months.
whenever that term is, she could win the games during that time.
I don't know why this is a question, but I'll take the $2. John, what's the capital of Denmark?
John don't know.
Amsterdam.
Good enough for me.
And you win.
You win. Is this Casper, Kakper, Brawny? When you stack up Tia's scores with that of guys for each event, she would only finish 10th or so in the
Copenhagen.
men's field.
I thought it was Copenhagen, but I didn't.
Denmark is Netherlands.
I was too scared.
They're all combined up there.
Copenhagen.
Same thing.
When you stack up Tia's scores with that of the guys for each event, she would only finish 10th or so in the men's field. If you don't change the weights,
Yeah, you got to change the weights.
I think that's what Casper is.
Yeah, but the weights matter. Like event 9, she'd get last place.
this is incredibly pertinent to the argument this morning.
Yeah. It's Kakper, Bryson.
Yeah, are you Bryson?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't think Tia gets last place in the men's field, but she's near the bottom. Just because you got to think in the run, she gets a 7th place, right? In the deficit handstand push-up workout, like I think she finishes 20th place in that, like with the bigger deficit and more cows. Like there are workouts.
She does get points. She only needs a couple hundred points.
Any workout with weights, though, she's probably getting last place.
325. Where's that get her in the back squat last?
Yeah, dude. The deadlift workout, she's getting last place. What was workout 3? The pegboard front squat workout, like she's getting last place.
Boy, that'd be crazy to watch her do it.
Now, but here's the thing. Now the ski, then you got the ski and the bike. Like she's probably getting last place.
Rope climbs, and
she might could beat somebody in the ski bar muscle up, the bike bar muscle up one, because it's just like people would blow up. You know what I mean? The bike cows would get there somewhat close. What she finished on the bike erg one? They did the same reps.
Which one was that?
Event 7.
Was it the same reps on the bike?
Hammer down.
Throttle up or hammer down?
It's hammer down.
Hammer down. She got
526.
520. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was this. I'm pretty sure it was the same cow. So we can just kind of see here.
526 would have been 26th or 27th.
There you go. So you see what I'm saying? Like she's getting points here and there, but I actually feel like this games was had weights in almost every workout, whether that's light weights or heavy weights. But he had weights in every workout, so she would be near last place.
Tia's not pregnant. I asked.
Oh,
Barry.
That's
Barry's
confirmed.
on it. Good job. Thank you, Barry. David Arsenault. Is that the Arsenault guy?
That's Mike. Arsenault.
Oh, is that Mike Arsenault? Yeah.
Maybe it's Michael David. Was this the lightest game in recent history?
I think 2024 was the lightest games.
In volume, it was pretty low. I won't say it's the lowest, but it was pretty low. In total reps. There
was 60 reps with 350. They had a max back squat. They did 45 thrusters with 135 pounds.
I guess
they had a weight vest in one of the gymnastics workouts. Dude, the deadlift was everything.
I know, but it being the deadlift, for it to be volume that I like really consider, it's like, you got to be over 400 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
What workout has that ever?
The box jump and
Cinco.
Deadlifts.
Yeah, there was like 10 total deadlifts in Cinco.
So there was also a lot of
60
other
deadlifts
heavy
with
stuff that
350
year.
and 10 deadlifts with 405 are not the same
Tyler,
thing.
you
You're on
do
crack.
one.
Go do that workout. Go do that workout and tell
Which
me
one?
there was not much volume in that workout.
The
The
deadlift one from
handstand
this
walk
year?
deadlift. Yeah. Go
Piece
do
of
that workout
cake.
to completion. You don't get time capped out. And you tell me, come back and tell me this. I think this is one of the heavier games they've ever had.
This reminds me of our our draft.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. I'm probably having to do that one again.
Next up,
I would do this, John.
at Craig Ross 5. I think it was an average games. Not enough variables in the style or workouts / time domains, etc. I miss workouts outside. Okay.
Oh, I think that's Tyler's burner account.
Could be. At Auburn Payne, programming was great. So we've got all kinds of everybody's all over.
Hold on. Hey, I want this person to comment, then tell me what the heaviest games was. Tell me what a heavy games looks like, and we'll compare. Sure, there were games probably heavier than this one. I bet this one is on the heavy side. Go look at 2024 and you tell me what that looks like. Right? Like
cardio games.
Dude, 60 everybody
we didn't have the sledgehammer. It would have been heavy otherwise.
Not heavy. Go do that workout with Event 4 because you guys are absolutely nuts. Not one round. Do the whole freaking workout and tell me, oh, that didn't mess me up at all.
Auburn Payne. The whole weekend was entertaining. My only wish was that it was longer. I blinked and it was all over.
It did feel that way.
And at Dan T3277, will you guys be covering anything about the WFP Tour Stop 2 or just ignoring it again apart from occasional drama posts on Instagram?
Is this the same guy? This comment has appeared before.
Maybe. I don't know.
We've covered the WFP.
Cover it all the time. Maybe it's on now. What? Who knows? If you are new here, go leave a comment down there if you're watching it like on replay. Maybe I'll read it next week. Your reactions are off, Tyler.
Did I turn them off? I think I did.
Maybe so. So anyway, those are your viewer comments. Go like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Rating the games. Before we do that, should I announce the results of our draft?
Absolutely.
So
yeah,
this was wild. It bounced around a lot. It bounced around a lot.
I just know I was like in last for most of it.
I was in last in event 1, and then like surged up the leaderboard. I was in first, and then I was in second, and I was in third, and then who knows?
You got hit hard on what, the pegboard or the handstand?
No, it was, which one was it? Event 8.
Going dark.
Yeah, that did not do well. My men were the best of anybody.
Congratulations.
Shocker.
Yeah.
My women were the worst of anybody. John was the most even between the two.
Good job, John.
I feel like we knew this going into the thing.
In first place, winning by 41 points.
Holy cow.
With 9,374 points. So you won. This person won by 41.
It wasn't spin.
Tyler.
Good job, Tyler.
In second place, 99 points ahead of third place. So out of 9,000 points, we were within 100 and...
Wait, hold on. Tyler had
140
Tia,
points.
so it doesn't really count, right?
That was my entire point. This was my entire point, dude. What's the difference between her and Hopper? 902 versus 787. So
it's only like 100.
I lose.
20
I
points.
lose if you just replace her with Jason.
Go ahead, Spin.
Yeah. And in second place with 9,333 points, we'll tell you right after the break. Welcome back to the Spin. This buildup is worse than the American Idol. It might be, but Frog Grips, go get yours. Code SPIN, save 15% and 9,333 points in second place. John Young.
Oh, wow.
man.
Oh, got bailed out. Almost made a comeback.
How far were you behind?
41 points.
41 points. The
Behind you.
last event, John made up, what is that? 74 points on the final event. I almost had 1,000 points the final event. I was like workouts 8 and 9. I just got pummeled and then made my comeback again. But no, I got last place.
So Spin has to do event 1.
Yeah. Whenever my knee survives, I will go do event 1. John, you got to do Running Isabel.
Is that what I have to do? We actually did that today. And I quit during it. I got two rounds in and I was on pace for I was on pace for 250. So let's just say sub 3, because you're going to slow down a little bit. And I didn't want to feel that pain. I knew what was coming and I didn't care to feel that pain at that moment. And I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it anymore. Like,
well, now you get to do it for real now.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. It's going to be great.
Know what it feels like. All right. Rating the games. All right. 1 to 10.
If I knew that, I would have kept going today. I did not know that was, I forgot that that's second place I had to do.
Yeah. Well, it's like a warm up. All right. Only you two can answer this one. What rating it 1 to 10? Albany, New York. Tyler, you were there for what, 36 hours at best?
At best.
John, you were there forever.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of actually Albany you saw, but
are we going points? Or are we just solid numbers?
Yeah, just rating 1 to 10.
No, I mean like
10 being good.
Like 3.4 or just whole numbers.
No, whole numbers. Whole numbers.
I'm gonna go 8 out of 10.
Albany, the city.
Albany, New York is an 8 out of 10.
Oh, I'm talking about the games. Are we talking about
no?
Oh, we're just
Albany, New York.
Albany. Oh man, that's the reason it wasn't higher. 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
Yeah.
If not edging on 1.
What was so bad about it?
Dude, it's just
town.
It didn't know what it wanted to be.
Oh, it knew, and it died 85 years ago.
It's just the whole city just feels run down. Like it's and you would have never known. I thought Albany was going to be like uptown New York, like kind of like rich looking, you know what I mean? And it was
the Hamptons,
dude.
I don't know. I've never been to the Northeast, but it didn't look great. It was not great.
Being from Appalachia, I've seen some shithole towns. So if I got an opinion on anything, it's this one. This one goes
capital of shithole.
Huntington, West Virginia. It is bad. It's gross. Dude, there's a lot
of crack streets. A lot of crack streets. Like you just look down the street and you just see like almost feels like zombies. Like there's just like 6 people on the street just
yeah, I saw my first person on
like
this weekend. You ever seen they like lean over and they're just like
we saw that. My family and I saw that in Knoxville. We went downtown or near downtown to have dinner the last night, and we found this like great place to park for free. And we got out, and this dude just like
yeah, dude.
I promise you, like we got up. We had to get to the venue at 6:00.
Did you get left behind?
No, okay, I did not. We had to get to the venue at 6:00. So we're driving there at like, 6:15 or something like that. Or we had to leave our house at 6:00. It was something like that. I don't remember, but we had to get up early. And it just feels like a ghost town. There's nobody. And then we passed like 3 streets of just like 6 to 10 people per street, just roaming. And like, it feels like like 28 days later. Like you almost expect them to start running after you. Like they're walking like 28 days later, and like they're just cracked out. They're just
People that just
good time.
crack.
But there's nobody else. Like it's an empty town, and then that's all you see. So like it just feels like that opening scene where like he wakes up like in 28 days later, if you've seen the movie, like he wakes up and then like there's just nobody.
Hello,
and then he walks into a church, and then the pastor starts trying to eat him, and then all of a sudden he figures out, oh, this is what's going on now. Like that's what it felt like.
We stayed a little bit outside of the town, and like there's always like a hotel district of a town. We stayed there. It was fine. And then I would go to the guy's house each night. I was there, and like leading up into their place, it was actually kind of nice. But then there was some areas I went through. I was like, this is like, I've been everywhere, man, all over the United States. And it was bad enough to make me nervous. And I don't get nervous easy. There's no lines on the roads.
No, like, yeah. And the roads are rough, but I just assume this is just like in my, like, I just like, okay, this is just how.
That's how the Northeast is when you get that much snow and ice.
Like I didn't know. I just assumed this is just how it is over here. That didn't bother me. It is different. It is
lines on the road is bare minimum.
I don't like it,
lines,
but dude. So it says, Jeff here, with strengths and amenities and housing, but lower marks in crime. Dude, I promise you, we passed by 30 houses that there is nobody living in these houses.
That was probably like an MSNBC ranking.
Just boarded up. There was a mattress in a couple windows. Like there's nobody living in these houses.
92%. That's mostly because the housing is affordable.
There's nobody in there. There's just squatters.
All right, so not great on Albany.
I mean, the way Tyler ranks it, P score is probably like third overall city in the country.
It's getting negative points.
Next up, MVP Arena. Once you get inside MVP, or inside the arena, and I guess the ancillary building for the warm-up area, how was the actual venue itself?
Did you spend much time going around the venue, John?
Did
you go to the vendor village at like
I went to vendor village once for like 30 seconds. And then like I wanted to go like do a whole look around, but like we just didn't have a ton of time.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of working 24/7. The whole time there. But I mean it was nice. I would say other than the walk to vendor village, like you have to walk like half a mile. It's crazy, but like you're in the building the whole time. Like,
it's weird.
Doesn't like a maze. You got to take an elevator. You got to go down like 4 hallways, and like I feel like I'm in a different building, but I don't know where I'm at. And like we went to Vendor Village, and then JR left me. I don't know what he did, but he ended up leaving me.
He's good.
And then like I walked outside, and was like, I've never been here. And I don't know where I'm at. And then I just kind of started walking down a road, and then I saw a downward hill road, and I was like, I know where that goes to. And then I just walked down this hill, and then just kind of found my way back to the booth. But oh no, it wasn't even JR. No, Tyler. It was when that girl took us. That Megan.
So it was me that left.
Yeah, it was you that left me. Yeah.
I'm also good at that.
And then I walked outside. I just didn't know where I was, but I found my way back. But so that was a little confusing. But
was it a longer walk than Fort Worth?
Yes.
The thing about Fort Worth was the walk was nice.
The security was what held Fort Worth up. Like there were the lines. There wasn't no lines. There was just this big long walk. I would prefer this over Fort Worth because those lines are ridiculous. I would just get irritated having to wait in the lines.
The walk in Fort Worth was a straight shot though. Like you were out the building, you were out the Coliseum, and then you couldn't
you'd get a drink of water and then you'd carry it.
Gotta go back,
dump it before you went back to the other building.
Yeah, that part sucked. I'm not going to dock them for that. That's a security issue. It was
It was a High Rocks compared to Fort Worth. It was 7 miles away.
It did feel long because of that. Well, I would say 8 out of 10 for the MVP arena.
John, we've been to a lot of arenas now, a lot of venues.
And I think a lot would be 8 out of 10. I had no complaints.
Would you rather be in the Madison Coliseum?
1 billion %.
Here's
yes.
the thing. Here's the thing. If there was the same amount of people, I think it would feel the same. Like you say that because there was more people and like it feels better. I think the arena was fine.
Madison was so easy to navigate. The vendors were right there.
And I'm just saying, like, if they got rid of North Park and it was just like the vendors in that one building across the street and the Coliseum, that's all you got.
Oh, wait, still a million % Madison.
I think Madison as a city is just so much nicer, but like the actual venue, I don't know. Like I'm doing the same thing in these venues, so like I don't really explore super often. I think a lot of people would say Madison, but I don't think it was that Madison's like so much better than the actual arena. Just talking about the actual arena.
Right.
I honestly think the tennis stadium in Carson's probably the best arena there is as far as environment.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's probably not big enough though, unless you utilize another field though.
Yeah, for sure.
I would give it the venue. I would give a 6. It was difficult for us to navigate. I was talking to some people who were shooting, footage and stuff, and they were like, I'm just kind of, it's too far to make a break. I have to kind of follow just a few people and stick with them the entire time. It was, Rios was like, dude, I got to leave. And I hope I get there by the end of this event. It was tough. And then
that's fair. The people that were following the athletes, it is very split apart.
Yeah.
Like if you were trying to find an athlete and then go to the Coliseum and then trying to find an athlete, that would be, I understand that part. I don't do that. Right. So like I'm just in my spot every time. Yeah. So I could 100% see if that's what you were doing, how it would be a lot.
The arena itself was fine. You can tell it's run down. And it was not run down in the charming way like Knoxville is. Like Knoxville's just old, but it has character.
Way.
Yeah, like it has character though. This one was just like, you could tell it was built in the 70s or 80s, and it's degraded, dilapidated. I give it a 6. Like it was not for me. I don't care if I ever go back to Albany's, the MVP arena.
I agree with Tyler. Go ahead, Lee Fraser.
Yeah, Lee Fraser, $9.99. Thank you, Lee. Still my favoritists.
I don't disagree with Tyler. Like I don't care if I ever go back, but I think the city almost makes the arena feel less.
Probably.
Because Madison's such a nice city. Like the city of Madison is beautiful. There's so much stuff to do. It's got a good mall. Like,
Did you check out
not nearly as nice as Columbus, but
yeah. No, I did not go to the mall. I feel like I didn't see a mall. I saw a Dollar General.
Sounds nice. Hypercon Games. $2. Thank you. That's where they do like the stick jousting, like
cool
tug of war thing.
Hey, get me and John in there.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. I'd watch that.
Next up, I'm gonna watch Monte Cristo in preparation.
Next up, we talked a little bit about this media access. For those who are in the media, how would you rate it?
I would say 9 out of 10. And my one complaint.
But is that a personal media access or just media access in general?
Well, I can't speak for the people that weren't where we were. I'm only speaking for what I experienced.
You're talking about photographer spin, or are you talking about us?
Yeah, I knew John was going to be a little biased here because he had front row seats, the best media spot there. But Tyler, you were there walking around a little bit more.
I still don't know where the camera people shot.
Here, Jose was filming. He was taking pictures of people, and he was on the other side of the media, like not enhanced access or anything like that. And he says 9 out of 10 as well.
From what I that their whole side, like the camera people had like a whole side to themselves, which I thought was pretty cool. And then like the VIP side, we had like basically a whole side to ourselves, and it was cool because it made it less crowded. It was pretty organized. Would be a 10 if it was the opposite side.
Yeah.
See, I thought the same thing, but
there was
the opposite.
There was oh really? I feel like there was definitely like it felt like you got more stuff on that other side.
Well, during the squat event, like I'm pulling heavy from the squat event, and we were just staring at butts the whole time. Like we couldn't see the front of the athletes. So that
VIP was on the backside.
Yeah, it was on the backside. I would agree as far as like from our media standpoint, I would say a 9 out of 10. It was like I was super happy with CrossFit on this. I didn't have to get an escort, or well, besides the one time, I really didn't have to get an escort anywhere.
That's the only reason it's not 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like our actual access is 10 out of 10.
Dude, so great.
They wanted you to have an escort to go to the bathroom. And like all I'm doing is chugging C4 the whole day. Like I went to the bathroom like 20 times a day. And like there was a bathroom literally 20 feet from us. It's just you go this way, and then there's a little hallway, very small hallway to get to in the arena, and then there's a bathroom. I could see it, and they're like, "You cannot go there," and I'm like,
"Fine, I'll go here then."
Guys, and honestly, super grateful. CrossFit was amazing, and like they were like, absolutely, you just need somebody with this green band, and then you can go through there. But like you feel like you're being a burden if you're doing like I don't want to be like, hey mom, can you take me to the bathroom? So then you just go use the bathroom that everybody uses. But like they're bad, and this might be on the arena, right? So I'm gonna knock the arena down a point for the bathroom situation
too,
because you had to go upstairs like 400-meter walk, and then you had to go downstairs. Like you went up to go down, and then there's another hallway. And then there's the bathroom. Like it just, like I had to pick my spots. I'm like, I'm just gonna hold this through heat 3, and then on the transition, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. and like it was a lot of like I have to hold this because I'm not gonna have time. And then we're gonna podcast, right? So it's podcast as soon as the event's over because we have to go before teams go, right? And so it's important that we go right when they end. So I have to pick like heat 1 or in between that transition to go, or I'm not going to go to the bathroom for 3 hours. And the amount of caffeine that I was ingesting, dude, it was a running hose, like nonstop. And anyway, it was just, if I could have went to that bathroom, would have been clutch. Totally fine. Dave actually got on to me about it. Apparently
too much caffeine.
I did it too much. No, I used that close bathroom too much.
They never escorted me.
Jenny's completely 100% right. That's the only thing separating a 9 out of 10 from a 10 out of 10, though, is that because everything else, literally, there was zero complaints. It was amazing.
This is probably a point you won't bring up later, that I was very, very happy with how open CrossFit was to allow us to do everything that we kind of wanted to do. I mean, like we weren't allowed to, there were limits, but they were super open to us doing a lot of different stuff. And it was the best event as far as partnership or from a media side that I've ever, dealt with. I didn't do nearly as much as John. John was on podcasts and doing all kinds of stuff, but just from what I absorbed, everything was great. Rios did screw with his hall monitor or whatever a few times. So like they would be, they walk with you to take you places, and Rios would like just turn and bolt. He'd be like, "Nah, I'm just kidding."
Nice. Let's see, catching up here. Hypercon Games. Ask me what Hypercon Games is.
What is it? We'll hear it from you in 10 minutes.
Brian G 93, $5. Thank you. Them switching the direction of movement for the run, deadlift, handstand workout was super cool in person. Adding the distance to it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch Dave's weekend review on that?
I haven't. No.
Basically, he asked some athletes and like the proven camp, like, have you guys tested it? Like, what are your guys' times?
Hey,
and then
it needs to be longer.
and he was like, realized it needed to be longer, and that was the twist.
No, when he announced that, I didn't know what the twist was. We knew there would be a twist, but we didn't know what it was. And then when he announced that, I'm like, I 100% like, you just made that up. Like this, you just needed the workout to be longer. You needed to hit a certain time domain. You thought it would. Turns out it wasn't going to. And then you made the workout longer. But which I am for. I'm 100% for.
Yeah,
like
Rafa,
that is a great thing.
Rafa didn't run fast enough.
Walk fast enough or run or
whatever he did. Sanson, whatever.
Sorry, Sanson. Sorry, pool boy.
Sorry.
I also think that event in particular, I think the fitter you are, the more of a gap there is in time.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some events, for instance, the event 9, the running snatch workout. Like I might finish 20 seconds within those guys' times, right? It's so close, right?
45-second standard deviation.
Not every 18-minute workout like finishes the same. Like there could be a workout where they finish 18 minutes, you finish 20 minutes. I think this workout in particular, like they finish 18 minutes, a normal person would be 30 minutes. Like just the fitness gap creates a larger. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and not all workouts are made like that.
So event 9 had a standard deviation of 13 seconds. So super tight. I am not putting.
So 95% were within 26 seconds.
Yes. Which event was? Oh, okay. So that one had a standard deviation of 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So it's much larger, John. Yeah.
But I mean, but you think Rafa Sampson is not as fit as the average games person, right? So like his deviation, I'm saying, is more on that one than the rest of them.
That's fair. How would you rate the fans, spectators / crowd?
I would say 8 out of 10. And the only thing holding it back from 10 out of 10 is just how many people were there. And I think that
Albany had a big problem with it.
Maybe it's Albany, maybe it's Lazar, like maybe it's Reddit, maybe it's Brian. I don't know. But I think you missed out if you did not go, because it was the best games we've had in a while.
Dude, Battle Bunker and HybridCon games are like fighting right now.
I don't know what's going on.
You should not have asked him what it is. Hey, we can have a HybridCon game show. Like, listen.
Invite us out. We'll do it. I would give it a 7 out of 10. I actually think and I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. So hype was like 9 or 10 out of 10. It was good. But volume of people knocks it down to 7. And I don't even think it's as bad as people, like some people are assuming it was.
It was loud. It got very loud.
The bot, like there weren't any upper level, which is like what you're used to if you went to Madison, like a lot of the seat, like basically every seat was full, and it was crazy. You go in there and it's loud and it feels like a huge sporting event. The whole, regular bottom area was full. So like the first 2 tiers, that was all full. So I thought it was pretty good, especially for Albany. It being in Albany, like, dude, it's not easy to get to. And so I thought it was pretty good. 7 out of 10.
Did you see Gary? Did you see Gary?
Gary who? Oh, Gary. No, I did not see Gary. I wish I had.
Yeah, I agree with Tyler completely. Like the fan vibe and like just in general how people were during the games, 10 out of 10.
Okay. We talked about this before the games, but programming.
I think programming was a 9 out of 10. I thought it was one of the more balanced games we've had in a long time, and balance, I think, is the most important thing. Obviously, it can be skewed a certain way or other, but it should be everything should be tested. And I thought that it did that. I thought the 8 boxes, like everybody was like, why do 8 boxes? And I thought that was a hit to see them move down the field. It was exciting that when you could see people catching people and the transitions mattered. The only reason, and like the men's field was awesome, right? The only reason I would say it's not a 10 out of 10 is for the reason Tyler's going to rank it a 5 out of 10. Like what means the most to Tyler, I think does have meaning. I think you should test more outside stuff. I think the CrossFit Games should be stuff. There should be a fair amount of you can't do this anywhere else except the games. And, you know, Dave's whole theme was this is all CrossFit. You can do all of these in your affiliate. And I think the game should be bigger than your affiliate, but I get why he did that. I think what the programming should be, what its intention should be, what it should achieve is a better word. It did that completely. And that's why I give it a 9 out of 10.
John and I actually agree with this more than we disagree. We just vary totally on how we rate it. John, it is impressive that you called my rating. You said 5 out of 10.
Did you see Boys Interrupted yesterday when they played the number game?
No. Oh, yeah. You called it.
Dude,
that's stupid.
I texted Dallin after.
Hunter's here.
And I was like, guys, I texted Dallin. I go, that made me hard. I was like, I got that right.
Standy nailed it. Agreed. The programming was good, but it's boring to watch. So that is my taste test for all games programming.
Is how Standy feels?
You are yes.
Yes.
I text her every time. Hey, how you feel about this? John, you're right. Every test was balanced almost in and unto itself, except for a couple, which were purposely skewed and offset. The problem for me was that they weren't really inspiring events. There were no events that I was like, besides, okay, the first one, the run, row, run, and the back squat. That I don't think it was boring to watch. Why it was not boring to watch is the other part that you have to separate. So there's nothing that was inspiring to me about those events. It didn't motivate me as someone who might not be going to the games to get interested in cross. I'm going to fucking destroy you, John. If you don't, I'll quit. I'll get off the show.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, you're not. I'm just going to do this shit whenever you start talking, you fucking asshole.
That's not even me. Spin's doing
God
that.
damn it, Spin.
How am I doing it?
You got mad at me for no reason.
Because you were like, you were doing this right here.
Oh my goodness. I need an apology. Go
I'm
ahead.
not apologizing. Anyway, the reason they were entertaining is because of the races between the guys. And I wrote about this in the article. We got lucky that the races between the guys were so close and so entertaining. But that was hardly like the events themselves weren't super entertaining. They just happened to be because the guys. And like some of the stories with the girls, but those were for different reasons. And so I'm not interested in this type of programming. I understand also why Dave.
That's for you.
Yes, thank you.
What are you, dude?
I saw.
Calm it down.
I understand also why they did this. I can't remember who made this point, but this was a bit of a punt year. You needed to just hit a solid B. You need to just do it, and nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go weird. We just need to get the games across, right? And so I think that they did that. I understand why they made the decision that they made. My fear is that they're going to move more into this style of programming in the future and not have these big marquee events where it's like things like the Capitol that truly inspire everybody. Those are the games to me. We have to have those events. So I understand why you did it, but it's a 5 out of 10.
All right, I can finally weigh in because I don't have to be there. I was very critical. 2 weeks ago, week ago. because it wasn't outdoors, because of just small things. But I also said a caveat of what do we see coming up. I'm going to give it a 7. I think it gets dinged from not being outside. I think, to Tyler's point, it does get dinged for being. I think the games, when you think about the season, the Open is for the affiliate. The semifinal stage, second stage, is for the top athletes to show off how good they are at CrossFit stuff. And the games, to me, is taking that and applying it to somebody got banned. Taking it and applying your fitness outside of the box.
Yes.
And that's what we didn't get. And that's what I want. That's what I want to see. And it doesn't have to be crazy and dangerous and like the most, wild thing ever. But if you were around 10 years ago, waiting for the athlete dinner to find out what new twist or interesting thing was, like, you literally just watched Dave Castro bring out a paddle board, or you watched Dave Castro, surprise them, and the athletes were just shocked and you couldn't believe they were going to go do something, right? Like, pack your bags and you're going to go see you tomorrow morning. Those types of things were really cool. And that's what I think we need to get to do some of that for, do some of that. With that being said, I don't separate the excitement from the programming. So, like, the running Isabel was great. Like, that was a fun one to watch. The 2-parter was fun to watch. Like, there were a lot of them that were fun to watch that you can't just say, well, it's only because of the athletes. I think the way Dave programmed it, he knew that there were going to be some really close races and it was going to be exciting in that standpoint. So I wouldn't separate it completely. So I give it a 7, right in between the two of you.
I like that.
This comment.
Extra sloppy. It was safe programming, but it was good programming. That doesn't make it boring.
I think that kind of summarizes it all. And where Tyler, and you guys tell me if you agree. Like for me, it just matters, what did the test do what it was supposed to? And I would say 100% yes. That's what matters the most to me. Mm-hmm. What matters the most to Tyler is, can you do this in your box? Because you should not be able to. This should be stuff that nobody else is doing. Only the CrossFit Games is where this happens.
To me, the important thing is, yes, the test needs to be good, but I think that's more important to you than it is to me. But also that the CrossFit Games is the biggest marketing machine that we have, and it should inspire new people to do CrossFit. And I don't think that these workouts did that.
And I think spend somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of it.
Yeah,
and I don't disagree with you, Tyler.
Yeah,
it's just I just value
You come from the sports side.
Yeah, I mean, it has a mission. It has to achieve that mission before anything else.
Sure,
but I almost agree with your sentiment of. I disagree how you worded it, but where you said, this is just to get the games across the line, right? Mm-hmm. We just have to get to here, right? Because if in the programming way, it's why I like Extra Sloppy's comment, it was safe and they didn't risk anything and they didn't go outside and they did I feel you on all of that. But if you were there, and I don't know if you could feel it at home, but the meme that I posted on my story was like, when you feel the game's vibes are back.
Yes. I'll agree with that,
and
John.
100%. I think we're about to enter a new golden era of the CrossFit Games. Obviously, ownership is going to have a big role to play, but the way the men's field is and the way the women's field is, other than Tia, it's so anything can happen It's who is healthy. It's who is a little lucky with the programming. And then it is who executes their plan for the whole weekend, who can execute for the whole weekend. When anybody can win, when anything can happen, I think the games is going to be very, very exciting for the next 5 years. And I think the golden years that we think of, like 14 through 18, I think we're about to enter a new golden era of fitness, wherever that may be, and for the CrossFit Games.
I hope you're right.
Apt.
No. Period.
Period.
That means he agrees right there.
Yeah, I think maybe so. Real quick, 30 athlete field. Yes. You like it?
No cuts. I'll agree
No
with
cuts.
anything.
30
No
athlete
cuts.
field.
The
30
DEI
is
gets
good.
their heat, right? That's all good, dude. At the end of the
It
weekend,
never does that for me.
at the oh, you want this one? This one's a good one.
I
Where
thought
we
it
at?
was.
Where we
this
at? Fireworks. There we go. There we go.
I gotta go up here. I gotta save that one.
There were at the end on Sunday, the last heat for the women, there were
You'll be right
0
back.
Americans.
Yeah.
If that doesn't say DEI heat, I don't know what does. Crazy. But they get represented. And then the last 2 heats, there's somebody big in all of them. Like, you have all the people who have been underperforming that are usually up there. They get it's exciting to watch those last 2 heats, and you get representation from everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm a fan of the cuts, but that was, I think, the 40 athlete field. When it's down to 30, I think I'm okay with this format.
And like bigger events, like you could do fields of 15, and then there's only 2 heats. Fields of 15 are much easier to pull off than fields of 20.
Yeah, no, definitely agree. Where did Tyler go?
He's trying to leave before this P score because he knows it's a losing battle.
That's fair. The team competition.
This about you?
I think it's you.
You're on the left.
On the screen, but you're on the left facing out. So
Okay.
I
Well, I was trying to give you a compliment. Thank you, Battle Bunker.
Sure. You watch any of the teams, or is that your break?
I'm married. No, I actually did watch the last day. The teams were actually a really, really good battle because Oslo basically made this kind of dream team. You got Kristen Holte.
Yeah, but she was the last minute. She was the last minute ad.
Oda Lundvik, like the Oslo, but like just like your individuals, they are significantly. I wouldn't say significantly, but their girls are like much fitter than the rest of everybody else. And a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of times, teams really comes down to how strong your girls are. It's a little bit of a pattern. Again, not 100%, but it does play a big deal. And Mayhem, who seemed like the underdog, they were going head to head. They were like 5 points down, and then Mayhem won the second to last event, and then they were tied. So then it was just whoever won this last one wins the games. And so I want to kind of find this correlate out spin. I'll probably do some study here in a minute. Like, give me some time to like acclimate, and I'll get around to it. But the front squat in the semifinals for the teams, Mayhem was 44th place. In the back squat, they all low barred and PR'd by 30 pounds, and they were 6th place. 44th to 6th. That is insane. That is I don't know how to put that into words.
Yeah.
Like that's but I mean, I was rooting for Angelo's team. And then, I mean, they ended up not pulling it out. Oslo won, but it was exciting for the last day that they were so close.
Yeah. Tyler, did you watch any of the teams? You're a big
one.
team guy. You're a big team guy.
Not one.
All right. Last one.
Why
last
not?
one.
In my defense, I probably would have. I had zero time. When I wasn't watching any individual events, I was outside politicking or taking care of other stuff or making sure Braun and Jeanette were okay. So
Fair enough. Last one, the training camps. Made a resurgence. So
Dude.
last year, 2 years ago, it was like, or 2 years ago, it was like, no, training camps are dead. You don't need to be on don't need to be in a training camp. And now Proven has 3 of 6. Brute has what, 2? They had 2 on there, and then they had 4th and kind of 4th if you count Danielle training there for 51 weeks.
No.
No?
I think brute strength and proven, and then there was nobody else.
Not Mayhem.
Is that a resurgence? I guess Mayhem. I was
getting ready to say.
I don't count Mayhem as a training camp. They're their own entity.
Their own juggernaut.
Yeah, they have so many people. Like they're just their own.
I would still
Yeah,
consider
but 2
them a
years
training
ago,
camp.
like we were like, what's the point of being on a training camp? Like Ariel's training in her garage by herself. Adler's winning.
We don't have anybody left that's just an individual athlete anymore, do
Ariel.
we? Well, Ariel, but like
I wouldn't consider Medeiros
he's not.
or Adler.
Madero's kind of a
I mean, it's starting to turn into that, but I would say he's not really.
I would say there's no one on the men's side. Leahy.
Bill Leahy. Yep. The one guy who needs to be a part of a training camp.
Yeah, true.
Who's Nick Matthew a part of?
Proven.
Is he?
Is he still?
He was.
I'm not sure. He is.
Lucy's kind of by herself.
Lucy is
Yeah.
by herself. I mean, she has a
Lucy's by
coach, but yeah. I mean, they just really showed out this year.
Lucy, Ariel. Who's Mirham a part of?
By herself.
There you go. Like, see, there's people. There's people.
But it is much more prominent. I think Brute,
Harry
and Proven-
Lightfoot, he's not a part of a camp.
Kringle Camp.
Camp Kringle.
Camp Kringle. I think they just showed out, so it made, and we don't have like great other athletes who are training alone anymore, so that we really have the comparison. But I mean, it is sort of the rise of the training camps this year. I mean, I will think back and be like, man, Brute and Proven, like it will live in my head synonymously with this year.
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
That's
months ago. That's old news.
That's old, man. He's
Yeah.
turned a corner.
Yeah, I'm cool with Rich, man. I'm pro Rich Froning.
All right,
Hey,
Tyler.
Hey, just so y'all know, just want to get this on the record. In no way is he the fittest ever or the most accomplished ever. Blah 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 blah. Richard Patrick Froning Jr. is the GOAT of CrossFit.
Okay.
I don't know his middle name. I just made that one up.
Sounds right. All right, we're gonna go to P score because I think Tyler he was already a little on the edge, and now let's make him more.
That's
on
why I
edge.
peed.
You get to get ready. Tyler, the P score. You wrote an article that said the CrossFit Games did not find the fittest on earth. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I love how people are like, not again. And then it's just like interaction goes through the roof. It's hilarious. So yeah, I rescored the games. P scored it. And we were looking at it on Saturday night. John and I were, and Jason was in 4th. And I was like, holy shit. Jason didn't win the games according to P score. He was not the fittest on earth.
That should be the title.
Jason didn't win the games. We didn't find the fittest on earth.
According to P score.
According to
That's a
they
terrible
should've-
title.
That's
never-
what the
in there.
title. That's what the title should have been.
It's in
boring title.
0.25 font, John.
You
It's
know
right
what?
there
You
next
know
to
what's
Earth.
funny? Interaction would have probably been half, but
less than.
that's what the title should have been.
Listen, you learned to play the
Not how to
title game.
lose 30 pounds walking
Yes.
for weight loss.
That's how you do it, John. You just follow the spreadsheet.
How do you want me to go about this? So
Well, what is P-score, Tyler, for those who may not know?
P-score, you draw, top gets 100, middle gets 50 points. It creates a straight line.
So 15.5, you average 15th and 16th for this.
Yes.
That gets 50 points.
That gets 50 points. It draws a straight line. You'll have something like points per rep or points per pound or something like that. And then all you do is find the difference between the best score and your score, multiply it by that, and that's your score. I consider the top of the field because the bottom of the field is always where the hiccups are. And also, I think that those athletes can be replaced by better athletes who would do better. But I do think that the top of the field in any given event are probably the top, period, right? And it's a way to score how you really do in relation to the next person. So if somebody beats you by 1 second, they might get half a point or one less point than you do. But if you beat them by, 2 minutes, you might get 20 points on them. I really want to score for performance. It's all based on the idea of every second counts. I love it when people are in the comments and they're like, this guy doesn't get CrossFit. I'm like, it's literally scoring based on the methodology that we created. What are you talking about? And as I've said in the comments many times before, no scoring system is perfect, but I think this is the closest that we will ever get to something that makes sense and is correct.
I appreciate if you want to get your calculators out, you can start doing some math right there.
Yeah.
So thank you, Tyler. All right. So you did this and you found some interesting results. What generally happens when you do this calculation?
There's generally a couple switches, a lot in the middle. Like you'll see, 1 or 2 places just a flip-flop. And that's acceptable because you might have somebody beat somebody out just a little bit here and there, and they just make the jump. In this one, I've never seen one this volatile. There was jumps everywhere. I mean, Ricky jumped to first.
The women did not change at all. We will not be talking about the women.
Well,
so this conversation, let's get them out of the way first, because I know the brunt of the conversation will be about the men.
Just to hint on the women, because it wasn't shown in the article. Danielle Brandon got 4th, drops to 5th. Ariel Lowen was in 5th.
It's right there.
Oh, is it? Okay, good.
You didn't read far enough.
I wrote it like 4 days ago. I can't remember what happened. You can see, Brandon drops.
Only change.
Lowen flip-flops with her, and then that's the only real change. So I think everybody would be okay with that. There generally should be in that position. Yep. So it is that's a good reference point to this does stand up to what normally we would see, or it will match what we see normally. Now you can see that Tia gained a larger lead, I think.
No,
her
lead
went
significantly.
Down. Her lead went down, which she did take a hit in the pegboard. So that's going to hurt her. She didn't have any events this year that was like crazy.
Event 8 would have been the closest one with the handstand push up and the bike one, because she beat everybody by like a minute on that.
Yeah. So it does track with your standard scoring system usually. When it starts to not, that starts to tell me there's things with the programming going on, or someone massively beat the field on anything. And that's the thing that I really care about, is that, so Colton is the best example of this. In the back squat, he back squatted 570. The next closest athlete was Nick Matthew, and he back squatted 550. It then drops down to 515. And it's right around there for the average is like 485.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference in fitness in that modality that he has over everyone that he's not being awarded for.
Nick was 555, I thought.
I pulled it straight from the game site.
Okay. You're good.
Why should he not be, if we're measuring for how fit someone is, why should he just get the regular points? Let me pull that up real quick for the man just to talk about what he got.
Just 4 points.
Yeah. Confirm Nick was 555.
Oh, it was 550. Oh, yeah, it was 555. Sorry, I misquoted in the article.
Those 5 pounds might have made the difference between Hopper being first and where he's at.
I have it right in the sheet.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So Colton gets 100 points, P-score, 100 points CrossFit. And then in CrossFit scoring, Nick gets 96. In this, Nick would get 91 points. So that's a 9-point gap.
Now do third place because that's probably the biggest jump.
So Austin got third. Austin, Jack, and Jack got third at 515. They got 92 points in CrossFit scoring. In P score, they get 68 points. That's huge.
Therein lies the drop off. But I think like what Tyler is rewarding is real-time performance. They were that much better than everybody else.
Yes. And is it not, I mean, like when we're doing the taste test on this, is that not, I don't want to say fair, but they sort of earn those points. They're that much better than everybody else. And they're still at the CrossFit Games. It's not like they're not fit.
Correct. I'm not against any of that.
So we'll come back to the back squat later.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I'm going to go on a spiel so you get it all out.
Okay. No, I was going to transition. So go ahead.
So where I have the issue is that I think Jay Crouch is the biggest one. He's the biggest mover. He goes from 6th place to 2nd place. And I've never seen that. And you have Hopper going from 1st place to 4th place. So if your P scoring was like Ricky 1, Jason 2nd, I get it. Like it's scored a little bit differently. Ricky gets a little bit more points. Even if it's with James is 1 point behind Ricky. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's behind Jay, if you watch the games in any capacity, how you can say Jay Crouch had a better games than Jason Hopper is absolutely insane to me. So like I just kind of thought of like different things and I compared it to everybody. And I did some stats for your top 4 guys or your top 5 guys, including Jason. So Jason versus Ricky, Jason versus James, Jason versus Dallin, Jason versus Jay. Your top for P scores, top 5. Okay. I did head to head, average place finish, average event placement, event wins. And this is just like how your games went, right? Nothing's like super official. Top 3 event average, and then bottom 3 event average, and then open scoring. And open scoring is like I've talked with a lot of people. They
put a lot of work into this.
Yeah, just a little bit. I talked to a lot of people, and they think open scoring is the best way to score events. I would disagree with that.
It was almost like that. It was 4 points all the way down to 13th, and then it went to 3 points.
Sure. I like the game scoring, but with 30 points, the game scoring is a little bit different. Like it just jumps so much further down with 30 people. But like I've talked with like Barkley and a few others, and most like the open scoring the best way. So that's why I included that. If you do average event placement, it's literally the same thing, but it just kind of says it differently, but it's the same thing. So we'll start with Jason versus Ricky. Ricky's the closest to winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you could tell me just off of these who sounds like they were better. Okay. Head to head, they were 5-5. Average event placement, Jason was 6.4. Ricky was 6.9. Worst finish, Jason has a 17th. Ricky has a 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
Event wins, Ricky has 2 and Jason has 1. So Ricky's got that on him. Top 3 event average, because Ricky's 2 wins. Ricky is 1.3. Jason is 2. And then this is where worst 3 event average, Jason's at 12. Ricky's at 15. And I think winning the games is not about like your wins. It's more about what you are bad at. The fact that you're not bad at anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're top 10 in everything.
So I'll come back to this, but this is where you and I differ.
Open scoring is 64 to Jason and 69 to Ricky. So like 5 out of 7 of these, Jason is better than Ricky.
Sure.
And Ricky's the closest one. What's funny is James head to head is 4-6. He beat Jason 6 times out of 10 events. Average event placement is 6.4 to 6.8. He has a higher average event placement than Ricky does. And then event wins 1-1, top 3 average 2-2. They're neck and neck, except James beat Jason one more time. Average event placement, Jason has. Then your worst 3 average, and this is where Jason gets everybody. His worst 3 events were better than everybody else's.
Yep.
Is 12 to 13.3. If you listen to that, James has a better claim to that he beat Jason, and he still didn't beat Jason. Jason still wins the majority of this, but James did better than Ricky did just by like how your averages go. Since Ricky won more events, his wins place him ahead of James, at least like as the competition develops, right? Open scoring 64 to 68. If it was scored the open, James beats Ricky by 1 point instead of Ricky beating him by 1 point. Now, here is where this is a problem, right? You're like the P score right now, it's a problem. And for this event, and we'll talk about why it happened and blah, blah, blah. This one is Jason versus Jay. Okay. Jay, again, in CrossFit, Jay was 6th place. In P score, he's 2nd place, but Hopper is 4th place. And this is where this is an issue. Jay is 2nd place in your scoring. Head-to-head versus Jason, 5 to 5. Okay. Average event placement, Jason wins 6.4 to 7.6. Jay's the only one a whole place behind everybody else. Worst place finish, 17th to 16th, about the same. Event wins 1 to 1. Top 3 event average, 2 to 3, Jason. Worst 3 event average, 12 to 14, Jason wins. A whole 2 spots better, which the only person that's better, worse than is Ricky, who has a 15, right? Open scoring, 64 to 76. A whole 12 points ahead. Like open scoring, Jay is by far the worst out of everybody in your top 5. And this last one I want to do, this one's kind of just interesting. This is down. Okay. Head to head, Jason wins 7 to 3. Average event placement, 6.4 to 7.1. Better than Jay Crouch. Worst finish, 17th to 15th. He's got the best worst finish out of all of these guys. Top 3 event average, because he didn't win anything, right? It's 2 to 4, Jason. He's got the worst. Dallin has the worst top 3 best scores. This kind of blew my mind. Worst 3 event average. So he's take his 3 worst events. What is his average placement? He is 11.3 to Jason's 12. He has the best worst 3 event average out of anybody in the entire field. But since his best 3 placements are much lower, you didn't hear
about Dallin until the very end.
Correct. But if you take Dallin's stats versus Jay's stats, he beats Jay in every single one. Yet you have Jay as 2nd place in your P scoring. Jason, all through this, is better than all of them in the majority.
There's one word you used over and over and over again, and it's the thing that your stats are built entirely on, which is placement. It doesn't
typically
go
how
into,
a competition goes.
Yes, and I understand.
Yeah, but I understand how big of a gap there are.
Right, which is the entire thesis of P score, which is how much did you win by? Who were you next to? And Jay just so happened to be on the bad breaking side of placements, but he was always at the top. He just he will drop 3 points as opposed to being right there next to somebody.
We've talked a lot about the back squat,
right?
But there were 4 workouts. Was it 3 or 4 that were under 5 minutes?
Yes, it was a
3
lot.
3 workouts that were under 5 minutes plus the back squat. So you have where seconds matter. Where if he was on the bad side of a placement, but within a half second, right,
he'd lose.
That would leapfrog you significantly on the P score.
I think you could say that for anybody, though, dude. If Jason doesn't
Not
fail
as
his last
much as
snatch,
Jay.
Well, sure, but like that.
If a frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his butt when he jumps.
We're only in
all
the
of that
right now,
is
though.
the case.
Yeah,
but I think what happens is, I think when Tyler talks about it, like the programming matters, and like obviously, the games were not programmed for P score in mind.
No,
the athletes aren't competing on the P score, but I don't think in
doesn't
most
make
cases
that much
they're not
difference.
other than the run row where they
and
may
even
have
then, but Jay, Jeff,
not that
and Roman were right there with each other.
Yeah, they're not gonna change that much.
But But so what Spin is saying, what you're saying, and like Jay is just on the bad breaks of those clusters again and again, and that's why his P score is not affected. That just means Jay is freaking Cole Sager, right? He finishes his best 24/7. He doesn't like see everybody's behind and then just coast in because he doesn't need to work as hard.
What I would say, and what I've always used the P score for is, did they perform better than maybe what their place showed? Because they were so close to somebody, they just didn't get the points. I would say that would be the case of Jay Crouch. For Hopper, he did what he needed to do to beat people.
Sure.
And he ended on the right side of that on those really close races. He was on the good side. And that just goes to probably you saw Jason. He would look around all the time of where his people are and if he could beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so, like, yes, the article of the story is to get people riled up and get them to look at it and read it. At the end of the day, like, I think it really shows first how close everything was. You could what John went through. They were very, very close for a lot of those metrics.
Your stats are cool on Jason versus James. That's fucking crazy.
And then just how you have to win those battles. You have to get those extra seconds. You have to get those extra placements. P score, you don't get the benefit of that. In the games, it does, right? Like sprinting to the finish line and gaining half a second, especially in these short races, matters. Right. P score, it doesn't really matter. Like you lose half a second, you lose a point. But it could be worth 4, 8, 12 points if you walk to the finish line.
Right. And so that's the trade-off with switching from game scoring to P score, is that those leading scores are going to get higher and higher, or people will be pushed to exaggerate their lead. And that's sort of what I'm after, because I want to know what humans are really capable of. And this has been my argument with swimming for years, is like people just get good enough at swimming, but we don't know how good CrossFitters really can be at swimming, because we don't really have to. If you can get a 30-point lead on your competitors, you would, but you're just going to get 100 points if you're Yonakowski or whoever's going to win the swim event. So there's no reason to like train harder on it. And that sucks to me. The part where go ahead.
Here's a question for you. Brian G93. Thank you for the $5. Wouldn't this make the finish of events like running Isabel less interesting? If you edge two people out by 1 second, your scores will be very similar.
But is that not exact? Like they're as fit as each other, and they're going to go this as hard because they know I can just be right next to Jason and get basically as many points to him. It'll be a harder battle.
I think there is something too, though, like being that gamer that finds a way to win by that 1 second. Like when it's you're all hurting, but you're all in the same spot. Who wants to hurt just that much more? Because it is worth 4 points. It's not just the same score. I think you almost incentivize with workouts where you're killing everybody. You incentivize, you should kill everybody more. We should see what's possible, right? Workouts like running Isabel, you almost incentivize them not to work as hard, because if they're all going to get the same score, they're all within the same second. Like go into that maximal where you can't feel your arms just to beat the next 5 guys because you're all in the same spot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the
not
thing.
True.
I think they all would end up doing that. They would all end up.
Think about this. If Hatfield wins, right?
I'm not talking about the winner. I'm talking about.
No, I know. No, I'm saying like if Hatfield wins, he's going to win running Isabel. It's getting that extra second to get second place versus fifth place, because they're all going to come within 3 seconds of each other. It doesn't matter. It's a point here or there. Versus second to fifth is worth what, 16 points, 12 points.
Yeah.
Huge difference. You got to beat the opponent next to you. Like in some way, the P score, you're competing against yourself. Whereas the game scoring, you're competing against others, and all that matters is you beat them, right? Like it doesn't matter if you score a touchdown by an inch or you have a huge Hail Mary, you score a
80-yard
touchdown easily, right?
run.
Like some
Yeah.
big crazy play. You still get 7 points. P score would be like, well, you just barely got it, so you get 4 points.
And that's the difference for me is like, John, you pushing into the sports side, which I appreciate. And it's not lost on me at all. But to me, it's finding the fittest on earth. Right. And that the difference in that is super thin sometimes. And we have to be very excited about it. Fair enough.
You're welcome.
That's a
You're
fantastic comment, man.
So to me, I'm trying to find the fittest on earth, and placement doesn't do that exactly correctly sometimes. But it's not lost on me that we lose some of those,
Moments.
the sport. I don't think you lose the moments, John. I think you're wrong about that, because if Austin goes out and he's blazing a trail, someone's going to think they can chase him. And then the person that's chasing that person will go faster. And
I
it'll
think
just
if you
go down
find
the
two
line.
people next to each other, within a workout, they look at each other and they know they're going to get the same amount of points no matter what. They stop working as hard.
We've not seen that at Crash, dude.
I think
The
you have seen it
athletes-
at Crash.
I don't think so. If you're a Crash athlete who's done the P score, tell me if you thought that thought.
They may not know. They may not understand it.
I wanted to hit on the back squat.
Colton would
before
be
we
an
move on.
interesting person to talk this, because he's done competition with both.
Yeah.
And he's probably been in positions where he could make that decision where, like, I don't need to work as hard here. Why would I? Or I'm going to push and try to beat everybody by as much as I can. Like, I feel like he's been on both sides of the coin of what we're saying.
I think, I don't know.
Real quick on back squat, and we got to move on.
Yeah. So back
20
squat, what happened was this is the part that goes into the programming, but also the limitations sort of the scoring system. So what I did was I removed Nick and Colton from that event. And what happens is because the max goes down to 515, less people are in the zone where you actually get points. The bottom, the floor for the most acceptable back squat is raised. That is what made the difference between Ricky and Jason. Jason goes back up to, what did I say in the article? He goes back up to first, I think, but Jay actually jumps up.
You can't jump up much more than second.
Ricky drops to fourth. Jay moves up to first. Hopper goes to
Jay
second,
moves up
which
to
is
first.
crazy.
So if you get rid of
Crazy.
the top two people, the fact that Jay crouches first, I think should show you that there is a problem with it.
No, dude. I'm
Jay
telling you.
Crouch in no way
being
won
in
the
a
CrossFit
pack-
Games.
Being in a pack fucks you over so hard, because if you're on the wrong side of that pack, you get deducted so many points so quickly, and it's not deserved. You are as fit as those people, and you're getting the wrong end of a tie break.
Yeah, but again, it goes back to the competition. Ricky, if he lifted 10 more pounds, he's the champion.
Do you
He did not do that.
Like you watch the games, right, Tyler?
Mhm.
Take this out of it. I know it's going to be hard for you to do it, but take it out of it.
Take what out?
Do you think Jay Crouch was fitter than Jason Hopper?
Um,
Take your article out of it. Take your P score out of it. Like, try not to think that you did this. You watched the games. Do you think Jay Crouch was as fit as Jason Hopper?
I
I'll
didn't
answer for him. No.
hone in on Jay as enough to be able to say confidently.
Well, if he was the
I was
fittest
watching
man in the
Jason
world,
a
would
lot.
you have like not a problem of honing in on him? You probably
No.
watched Ricky more than Jay. You probably watched James more than Jay.
I watched Jason because I wanted him to win. I watch who I want to win in those circumstances. You can't watch the entire floor, especially from the floor.
Sure.
I would have to go back and watch. I'm not including my bias. I haven't watched Jay's performance.
Okay. I would just watch the games from the most unbiased way. Jay has a great day one. Like, you probably think, yeah, dude, Jay is fit. He is the fittest, right? Because his day one's phenomenal. But just watch the entire games. And if you can honestly tell me that you think Jay is fitter than Jason, keep the scoreboard out. Just watch them, the whole games, those two. And if you think Jay is actually fitter than Jason, then I will say that you have a point. But you have to take your bias out.
Okay.
And then if you cannot say that, it needs to be skewed a little bit. Because there is no way, in my opinion, that Jay Crouch was better than Jason Hopper in any way at that games.
I think you would also be biased
To the winner?
to Jason.
I'm not biased. I don't care how Jason does. Like, I just
don't
care about the
believe that.
truth. If you might have been there. Who did I say I wanted to win the games?
Austin.
No, not Austin.
Jeff.
No, of the people who were in it. I wanted James to win the games.
Oh, okay.
Like after event 9, I wanted James to win the games because I think he got a raw deal in 24.
He did.
And I don't think people give him credit. I wanted James to win the games. And me and Hiller had a big discussion about it, right?
What's hilarious is, counter to your point about it shifting so much, James, no matter what, stays at third.
Sure.
Like, I shifted it a bunch of, he just stayed
but
at third.
If you look at my open scoring, he beats Ricky.
Yeah.
Open
Which
scoring.
they're a point. Yeah.
He beat Jason more in head to head. He beats everybody except Jason in open scoring. His top 3 is better than Jason. His bottom 3 are just worse than Jason.
Mm-hmm.
But and don't take this out of control. Like, I think Jay is awesome. I tried to talk about Jay a lot on our podcast because we often forget about him. I just, in no way was he better than Jason Hopper at that games.
All right, we're moving on. I think somehow we kept 663 people around for that. So anyway, go read the article and go yell at Tyler in Instagram comments because he got plenty of them. It'd be good.
Dude, people are so dumb. Every time we do these, I'm like, God, people are dumb.
It's fantastic. I appreciate it. Boost the algorithm. All right, blind rankings.
We need to add according to P-score on every article, please, from now on.
No.
And score.
This time, blind rankings, games, moments, good or bad, indifferent. What will you remember from the 2025 CrossFit Games?
This is so hard when you go.
I will always remember.
Here we go. In 10 years, what will you think back to of the 2025 CrossFit Games? Here we go.
Probably that Albany sucked balls.
Mertens 570 pound back squat.
Second.
Yeah, too.
Oh,
Wow,
we're in lockstep. Lockstep. Let's go.
Dude, he was amazing, and just like no one even close.
No, it was crazy. Next up, Hopper's failed snatch.
So like if we think about this like 10 years from now, I think this will be forgotten. I think
so.
10 years from now, yeah, I do. It's not Rich Froning's rope climb fail. He still won. I think if he ends up losing, like if this was the last event and he lost because of this event, then it's more memorable. He still won. Do you remember Patrick Vellner's plate like rolling around in 2018?
Yes.
But like if you say 2018 games, that's not what would come to you.
No, it's not.
You see what I'm saying? So like I would say I think just only people like me 10 years from now would be like, do you remember when Hopper failed that snatch? And then you would be like, yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't come to you immediately.
No.
I would say 4 or 5.
I would say four.
Okay.
I would say, watching Jason do that, I was like, this bastard lost the games right there.
I thought he did too, dude. I thought he did too. Honestly, made it exciting because if he didn't,
yeah,
I mean, even your freaking P-score couldn't tell him he didn't win the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, listening to him tell the story though on Sevan was fun to listen to.
Yeah,
like just all of the thoughts that he had and like he was willing to share. Like, I'm never going to win the games now, like ever. Like,
he was really vulnerable, and I appreciated him for that.
Right.
I just wanted to bring this up because this guy clearly didn't listen to anything, and you're a hard R. You know, I told somebody I wouldn't say that word anymore, but you are a capital R.
Ruthenberg, right?
And do like just
T was in the cloud. T was the cloud.
Get better. I'm just disappointed at your retarded. Your idiocracy. Gosh dang it! I was doing so good. I'm actually.
You're trying really hard at that.
Oh man, I'm so upset.
Watching you fumble over that on the podcast at the games was hilarious.
Good.
You were like, "Can I say it?" And then they basically told you no, and then you said it.
No,
anyway.
Peter said, "Yeah, I think you can't." And then I think he thought I was talking about a different word, and he goes, "Oh no, you can't say that." And I was like, "Gosh dang it, Peter."
All right, next up,
Nailed it.
Lydia's fish hats.
See, Jason doesn't remember it.
I think
5.
This would be 5. We'll remember it. I'll remember it.
It's funny, but irrelevant in the grand
It's irrelevant, but it was. I will always appreciate it. I thought that was props to her for actually coming out. Like no one would do that. Right. And I was like, hell yes, Lydia. Like, way to play the game. It was.
I wanted her to squat in it.
Oh, I did too. I thought she was going to for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great moment, but it was more like it's not going to be like what we remember the 2025 CrossFit Games for.
All right. Sorry, Lydia. But I wish more athletes had fan sections like that.
I wish more athletes just had fun with it. Had fun.
Yeah. And that was my thing with Lydia. Like, it's your freshman season and you're having that much fun. It was incredible.
I think for the last event, they should have WWE intros. And everybody should submit your own song. Be like, hey, if you're in the last heat, the last event, we're going to do WWE intros. And then then you're just going to have your own walkout song. And, you got to think we take a little extra time for first place song, right? And then the announcer starts hyping it up, and then he goes, and in first place with a score of 673, Jason Hopper. And then you just stone cold glass breaks, and then a mix of Cena.
What would Hopper's
whatever you want
walkout song be?
I don't know, Jason. You're in the comments. You go ahead and say what your walkout song would be. But I think it would be awesome. I think it would give personality. I think the crowd would like it.
Shout out to Lydia also for qualifying because she did an event at midnight and then getting 13th at the games.
Vindicate. I haven't watched the Train Think Tank podcast, but Lydia was not supposed to wear the fish hat on the floor, and she did it.
Yeah, Lydia had a freaking roller coaster, crazy. Second place after day 1. 18th place after day 2.
Beat Tia in an event.
And then meets in the middle at 13th.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's basically the same as Syria, but Syria just didn't come back day 3. She just kept on trucking down.
Stayed in day 1.
All right, next up, first or third, Willow on the Jumbotron.
Oh, damn, we screwed this up.
This is good, dude. No, this was a great moment, man.
No one will ever remember this.
I disagree. I think people will remember this a lot. I think every single mom, you should be ashamed of yourself. Jeanette's going to remember this moment.
John, no one will talk about this
will.
After next year.
Dude, she started crying. And I was like, "This is pretty." That was cool. I don't get sappy.
That's why Tia didn't do well.
I'm not Chase. Chase gets sappy for everything. But I'm telling you, it was a really cool moment. And you guys can disagree. Maybe I'm getting soft, because I'm a new daddy. But
6.
I don't think it'll be the most memorable. We can put it at 3.
We have to. It's not 1.
All right, fine, chill, dude. I enjoyed it. Again, maybe I'm getting soft.
All right, last one. You guys left number 1 for last.
Terrible idea.
Really good or really, really bad. All right, here we go. Lucy's handstand walk.
Boom. Perfect list.
Yeah, it was good.
This should be titled a little differently. It should be like Lucy slays the queen. But
look at this.
best moment of the games. Like I told you, Chase is so freaking sappy, dude. It's so funny. He's not ashamed of it, but like it's so funny.
That's right. There you go. There's your blind rankings games moments.
I like it. Where would you put Willow? You put Willow 5 and move Hopper and Lydia up?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, maybe I'm but yeah, we and Chase are in lockstep. I think so too.
Sorry, Chase, I couldn't align it to the left, so it's as good as I can get. So, all right, blind rankings. And now what? What do we do for the next 6 months?
We go into hibernation.
Well, I think there's a competition in 2 weeks that we're going to cover like super in depth. It's called the HyperCon Games, and we are going to get it. We're going to know everybody. We're going to wake up and watch it. I still don't know what it is, but we're going to learn. Okay.
Can you even watch it?
I somehow think Hunter McIntyre's involved in it because we got spammed. I think he had like 3 burner accounts, but yeah, I'm really excited to cover it, and then we'll figure something out with the CrossFit stuff.
What do we dive into? Depression.
I mean, I know people have hated us for how we've covered World Fitness Project or our opinions on World Fitness Project. But in the last 2 days, I've heard multiple people talk about the upcoming World Fitness Project as like, I'll go. Like
that was crazy on the Boys Interrupted. Down, they were like, will you do it next season? And Down was like, it depends on. And I was like,
Like they probably will still, but dude, they're starting to see it. They're starting to see it.
Like Hopper's like, I'm just gonna go. Like I got 2 weeks off. Like, yes, he was in the gym, but like he's not going hard. He was probably just moving, trying to get like some of the soreness out. They're not approaching it the same way. I think it was John Woolley on Not for Time last night said he compared World Fitness Project as like the arena football compared to the NFL.
Yeah. And then what did he say grid was? Canadian League or something?
Or no, it was XFL was
XFL.
World Fitness Project, and then Arena League was.
I'm glad Grid League was even in the conversation. Quite honestly.
What's his face?
Well, Grid League asked the question, so that's
Grid League asked.
Gotcha.
But I get a sense that maybe it's just the game. This game's brought it back, but like there's a renewed sense of pride to go compete at your best at the games, and everything else is going to be, I'm going to fit it into my training. Colton said that on Sunday night, I think is what he said, right? Like, yeah, they're going to go there and they're going to try their best, but it's not going to be, they're not going to wreck their training for it.
I think we're going to see far less athletes trying to be like for it. Like trying to like post and be like, no guys, like y'all are just being mean. Like, yeah, like y'all like why can't we all just get along? Like I think there's going to be way less of that. And like, yeah, they're going to go do it. It's free money. Why wouldn't you? I probably will watch it and not talk about it. But dude, it's going downhill. Jackson left.
Well,
he's the first peg.
The rumors about them including more athletes in the pro division told me everything that I needed to know.
And getting rid of the challenger division.
Yeah.
And there's some other stuff that I'm not gonna say.
Thank you, John.
I think I'm getting better.
What's funny is I'm
just really curious, like, who shows up in 3 weeks? Alexis isn't showing up in 3 weeks.
Not showing up. Oh no, she
To
probably doesn't
compete,
show
right,
up at
she-
all.
I would not think so. Like, I just wonder if they do have nicks and bruises or a herniated disc, like those things, they're not going to go push through it. And you can't. We've been saying this. There's been plenty of off-season competitions and people did it because their body got beat up. And now we're seeing it. So no, we got that. We've got SoCal.
That'd be fun.
Rogue. That'd be
I
fun.
don't
think
know
I'm
if we're,
going.
I don't know if we're covering it. Like I think it's kind of like it's just kind of we're figuring it out. But I think SoCal will be really, really fun.
Yeah,
it'll be
I
a
think I'm
fun
going.
off-season one.
Yeah.
I might go. We'll see. We might, maybe.
Ooh,
It's
I
not.
always get excited when
It's
Spin
great.
leaves.
It's greater than 0%. So
I listen
Hey.
if you pay for my flight and home, that is the scariest thing I've ever seen. That was frightening. Oh my gosh.
Will you fill us in on what it is, please?
I'm sorry, dude. I genuinely like thought a demon was outside for a second.
And it is a
So I don't know what Leslie's doing, but she has Abby outside and like we have like a bush here and she's like in the bush and like was basically held Abby up and was like hey, look at me. But like I didn't know they were outside. Like it's dark out. It's 8:30. The lights are out. And I look over there and then she's just got these big eyes and her mouth is wide open. And with Abby just here, I thought I was watching like Hereditary with like a child sacrifice.
oh my god,
kind of
John,
a
you
deal.
can't say that.
Dude, it scared me, like genuinely. Like it took me a little bit to figure out what I was looking at, but they left. I don't know where they went.
I did say that that WFP has billions, and I think that that's true. It does. It also means if they have billions, they probably understand how money works and aren't going to dump a bunch like too much money into a sinking ship.
That's true. Lee Frazier, $4.99. That's goes to John's airplane fund for SoCal.
Yeah,
Thanks, Lee.
Sweet.
We talked about this a little bit, Tyler? Does Brooke Wells compete at World Fitness Project?
I think so. I mean, like it's evident you don't have to go all out. You're a signed athlete. You just have to sort of show up and try. And so why wouldn't you? I mean, we see it all the time. Athletes will retire and you'll see them at competitions. She's already got a contract. So why wouldn't she continue to do it? I probably would. I'd say we'll see her at SoCal. We'll see her, or maybe not at SoCal,
She
but
invited?
I don't know. But we'll see her at Wadapalooza, I bet. Like we'll see her places. And I would think that WFP is on the top of that list.
Sarah Cooper coming in hard. That 30 seconds was better than the entire P score section.
Thanks, Sarah.
Who is invited to SoCal?
I don't know.
I know one athlete who's not, but I can't remember the ones who are.
Taylor Self is not invited.
It's
to
the
SoCal.
top-
Like, I
it's
can
the
name a
top
lot that are not
athletes.
invited to SoCal.
It's the top athletes, and I think that there should be one that's not. going.
I got you. I got you real quick.
There is one that I don't think should go.
Taylor.
No, somebody should be in for this person.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Let's see. Remove.
Someone better. And like it's crazy that they're not. It should be the top people.
There you go.
Here's some. Tia, Danielle, Amy Kringle, Alexis Raptis, Grace Walton,
Okay.
Hopper, Gerard, Pepper, Crouch, Medeiros, Krennikov.
But that's not everybody, right?
I think.
It is.
It's 3 and
team-
3.
Yeah, I don't know who the sixth woman is.
Oh,
Interesting.
Lucy Campbell.
No, Team North America needs another woman.
yeah.
Oh no, Guy's going to be there.
Gross.
Gross. Olivia, maybe.
Dude, I don't know if Olivia would want to. She's got school, man.
Oh, Alex, Jay, Dallin, Kringle. Medeiros, Emma Tall, Emma
Like,
Lawson.
see, there's a whole bunch of different people.
Yeah, Daniel Brandon. Ricky
Why is
Guerrero.
James not on the team?
That is the
I
question.
don't know.
Consecutive
Roman?
years on the podium, won last year, and he won Wadapalooza.
This is sponsored by Tier, and he is not a Tier athlete.
Oh, does Tier have a thing against him?
It's their competition.
Yeah, but it's
Alexis
Wadapalooza.
Pat.
SoCal though. He
Won the other Wadapalooza. I think you are not inviting the best athletes if James is not there. Get over yourself, Tier. Get over
a
yourself.
Showcase, not a classic competition.
How long are we going to show Gee? I've seen it.
Forever.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Pat's there because of Tier.
As long as he continues to show him fixing his sink.
Is everybody else? I mean, not everybody else, but most.
I
are
want
Tier
Adidas
athletes.
to take over the space. I'm sick of Tier.
I do like Adidas way better.
It goes in a couple of year cycles. Pat Lang. Hey, John, could Austin have won the games if he was half as interested in winning as he was in Haley?
You don't know how interested he is in Haley.
I think he's interested.
I didn't say he wasn't interested. I just how much.
I think he is interested in winning. I don't think he's just there and whatever you want to make out with Haley. But
he has to work on pulling.
Yeah, I do not.
Pegboards and rope climbs.
I do not think he would have won the games, no. And he's going to have to show improvement if it means he's going to win the games in the future.
I think, John, I don't agree with your argument that he needs to lose to get the fire, but I do think he just needs a little bit more seasoning.
What I wanted to happen was he win the rope climb thruster workout, and I get he wasn't even close. But if he wins the rope climb thruster workout, but then Jason gets like third, and then he ends up second place, and Jason ends up first place. Maybe not in P score. Jay Krause got that wrapped up, but the actual results, like he gets second place, even though he goes 3 for 3 on Sunday, and everybody kind of like, dude, he's the guy, but he still loses. Like that's what would have needed to happen for that like Fraser like fire to happen. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't happen. Like he was too bad at that last event that like, honestly, at this point, I just think he needs to get better. Like he's in the running. He's in the running to win. He might win next year.
But we saw it in 2015. Frazier couldn't climb the rope.
Yeah, but that was after the pig. It wasn't just from rope climbs, but it doesn't,
Right. But
as of right now, I don't see a Fraser light takeover next year. I think he would have to get better.
But they're good.
They better be.
Like all around better. And I think he would agree with that.
Yes.
He's in the running to win it. I don't see a Fraser-like takeover as of right now.
I was dumbfounded by he really has one terrible weakness, and it's pulling.
I don't
get it, dude.
What's sad is I really actually don't think that he has a pulling issue. I don't think he's bad. I just don't think he's strong, and he needs to make it a strength. No, I think he tries to keep up with the big guys and like James, Jason, and he can't. And then
that's the thing. Well,
you see what I'm saying?
James rope climbs, first of all, is a problem because you're not going to keep up with
year.
You're not going to keep up with James, Jason, Dallin.
But Matt Matt would win that last workout, no doubt in my mind. Yes,
because he was so fit at the thrusters. I don't think
and the rope climb but I
don't think he'd be faster than Jason on the rope climbs.
I think he'd be close to the same
rep
speed.
per rep. Yeah, I don't.
Well, that's what I mean. He'd be the same speed, and he could win because of the thrusters.
Correct.
The problem is Austin, while faster at the thrusters, it wears him out more than what it would have worn Matt
have
out.
the capacity.
Sure. Correct.
So he's outworking himself.
Then he's slower on the rope climbs, whereas Matt could have keep up and go faster and still have more.
Like I didn't even think Jason and James might beat him on the rope climbs, but his transition speed would be so fast. Fraser's would.
Yeah.
Like he would just pick up the barbell and then go unbroken on the thrusters and then just go his speed on the rope climbs.
Right.
So they can get an advantage on the rope climbs, but they would not transition the way he would. And then it's an overhead lunge. Say they're together on an overhead lunge. How much you want to bet he goes unbroken?
Yeah.
Like that. I'm not saying Fraser would dominate, but like that would be Austin's next step, is to be able to last in workouts like that. And after Kill Taylor, I was surprised he was not better at that workout. So that so now I'm just thinking he just needs to get better in general. I don't think it's he's going to win the next 5 years.
Yeah. All right. That wraps it up. 2 hours, 5 minutes.
We really came in good on that one. I didn't think we were going to make it this close.
That's good. Next week,
HybridCon games.
I apologize to absolutely nobody.